everybody, it's LaTanya from Smarty Style, and I am here with my very own tag that I have created. This tag is called the First Day Jitters Tag. I had a lot of fun doing the teacher tag and the I Teach Too tag, so I thought, why not start one for yourself? So the one that I'm starting is called the First Day Jitters Tag because I really wanted to see how other teachers out there are feeling just before the start of the school year, and I thought it would be fun to kind of hear different perspectives as we get ready to kick off the 2017-2018 school year. So if you are a teacher out there and you are watching this tag, I'm going to list the questions in the description box below, and I hope that you participate. The goal is to try and record and upload the responses to these questions as close to your first day of school as possible. So it is Saturday, August 5th for me, and my first day of school is Monday, so I'm pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the questions and then give you my responses, so I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the first question is, since my channel is named Smarty Style and you guys know that I like to shop and share my outfits with you guys, the very first question is asking, have you picked out your outfit for the first day of school? And if you have, show us. I have picked out my first day outfit. I'm going to show it to you guys. It may change, but I don't think that it will. It's supposed to be pretty hot on the first day, I think, in the 90s. So I'm going to go with a dress. So I'm going to be wearing this dress that I bought from Old Navy at the end of the last school year. And I'm going to be wearing these shoes that I just recently got from DSW, and that's going to be my first day of school outfit. If I change it, it will probably still be a dress because it's hot and I'm going to want to stay cool. So, but for the time being, I think that's what it's going to be. The second question is, what are you looking forward to the most about the upcoming school year? Honestly, I think I'm looking forward to just working with a new age group. So I've taught 5th grade for a number of years. I've lost track, but I think it's about 7 or 8 years, and I really did like 5th grade, as you guys know if you've seen my previous vlogs. I liked the curriculum, I liked the age, and I was a little heartbroken when I found out I was going to be moved down to 3rd, but the more time I spent processing it and thinking about all the different things I can do with 3rd graders, I got excited. So I really am looking forward to working with younger kids, trying to catch them a little bit earlier and trying to not invoke, but inspire a love of reading in them and just a little bit more innocence. 5th grade is great, but they've lost a touch of innocence by the time they're there. 3rd graders are still pretty young. They still have, for the most part, that innate desire to please the teacher and do well in class. So it'll just be a nice change of pace to work with some younger kids and kind of really enjoy just dealing with a younger mentality. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. The next question is, what are you most nervous or most anxious about in regards to the upcoming school year? So I am most nervous and anxious about just the workload that is going to be coming my way. So as you guys know, I am going to 3rd grade, so I've switched grade levels, which means I had to, or I will still have to, adjust myself to the curriculum. So I've spent a little bit of time looking over math because I've been making those math videos, but just I have no experience with the curriculum. I taught 3rd years ago, but it was pre-Common Core. It was not the same curriculum. So just making sure I have a handle on that. So just helping to open up a new school, working with the new grade level, and I am going back to school for myself this year. So I'm most nervous and anxious about just the workload that is coming my way and just making sure that I can handle it and not become overwhelmed with just the stress of everything that's going on. Because you guys saw last year with my vlogs, I was pretty busy last year with just the different committees that I was on and the different responsibilities that I had. And that was me teaching 5th grade, which was a grade I had taught for years and knew quite a bit about, and not being in school, and I felt overwhelmed just in that scenario. So to switch grade levels, be at a new school, and to be going back to school, I am just a little bit nervous about making sure that I just maintain a proper work-life balance as much as possible, that I use my time effectively, and that I don't get to such a point of stress that I feel like I can't handle it anymore. Question number 4, what is one area that I would like to improve upon this school year? For me, definitely that would have to be Wonders. Last year was our first year implementing Wonders across the school district, and I honestly felt like I had no idea what I was doing with that program. I never really found a rhythm with the program. I never really figured out what I wanted to use, what I should use, what I could scrap, what was unnecessary, and it just felt very sporadic all the time. And I know that I wasn't the only one that felt that way. My team felt that way. Other teachers in different grade levels felt that way. And we know that that's how you're going to feel the first year with a new curriculum. But it was just frustrating. It was just frustrating to feel incompetent with the curriculum that I was dealing with. So my big goal this year is to really just kind of figure wonders out a lot better, make it work for me, streamline it down so that it's effective, yet that I'm using all the tools that are available to me, but not being overwhelmed by all the tools, if that makes sense. And just making sure that I'm using it to the best of my ability. Whether I like it or not, I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm not saying that I do like it. I honestly don't know, because last year was just all over the place. I just have to know that that is the curriculum that we have, so I have to make the best of it and make it work for me as well as my students. So that will be one of my biggest goals this year. My second goal is to really push growth mindset in my class. I ordered the growth mindset handbook for teachers, and I did a Donors Choose project, so I got a lot of picture books to kind of go along with that. And I plan to share with you guys what I'm doing month to month with that teacher's handbook and those picture books, so that if you guys want to join in on that as well, you can do that. Question 5, do I feel prepared for the first day of school? As of this very minute, Saturday, August 5th, 2017, at about 9 something in the morning, I feel about 50% prepared. So after I finish recording this for you guys, I'm actually going to go to my classroom, make sure I have all the copies that I need for Monday, set up their desk with their books and things like that. And then I think after I do that, I will feel prepared. Monday is a minimum day or early dismissal day, so we will be out at 1:15. So that first day of school for us goes by really fast. We start at 8:15. They're out at 1:15. We will have an assembly to go over some rules. Then I have to take them on a school tour. There's obviously going to be some, getting to know you activities. So I know the day will fly by, but I still don't feel ready yet. So I will be going to school in just a little bit to make sure that I am ready, and then I'll feel much better after that. Question number 6, what will I miss about summer? I will just miss unscheduled days. I did do quite a bit of work this summer. I was reprimanded by my sister, my mother, some of my friends, because I did do quite a bit of schoolwork over the summer. But the difference is that I was doing it on my own time. When I felt like doing it, I would do it. If I didn't feel like doing anything, I didn't. I didn't have to wake up at a certain time, and it's just nice to have unscheduled days, to not feel like I'm under the pressure of a clock all the time. I will miss that. I will miss knowing that I can take a nap whenever I want to. I will miss not having to put on makeup every day. I will miss wearing my basketball shorts, because that's typically what I wear every day if I'm not going anywhere. So just the ease of summer, the relaxed nature of summer is what I will miss the most, as I'm sure you all will. Question 7, how do you plan to improve your work-life balance this year? I don't really have a good answer to that question yet, because as I mentioned earlier, I'm a little concerned about how that's going to look for me this year. If I had to make a plan or make a statement or a goal, I am just going to have to tell myself that I'm going to have to put myself on a schedule and stick to that schedule. I'm going to have to remind myself that we teach, and the nature of this job is that there is never going to be an end point. Like, I'm never going to finish something and be at the point where I'm just done with everything that needs to be done. So I'm gonna have to really focus on putting myself on a schedule. On the days that I have schoolwork, I'm gonna have to go in that morning and say, you will leave by 4 o'clock today, and then leave at 4 o'clock. Especially when it comes to making sure I eat dinner at an appropriate hour. Like over the summer, I was eating dinner at 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock sometimes, and obviously I can't do that during the school year. So making sure that I get home, cook dinner so that I have a proper meal, and then go to bed on time. I need to go to bed by 9:30 so that I can get up and go to the gym and get exercise. And those are some things that I do to try and make sure I'm taking care of myself and have that work-life balance that I know that we're all striving for. So I'm gonna have to put LaTanya on a schedule, and I'm gonna have to make sure LaTanya stays on that schedule. Question number 8, what is the biggest challenge that comes with the start of a new school year? I think the biggest challenge, in my opinion, is just retraining your class, and to a certain extent retraining your parents. By the end of the year, really by the middle of the year, and if I was to be really honest, really by December, if you've really put your procedures and your expectations in place in your classroom starts to run like a very well-oiled machine. Like everybody knows what to do. At this time of the day, they know the routines, they know where this goes, they know how to ask questions, they know how to turn things in, and it just really flows. Parents understand your style, how you communicate, how to contact you, what you expect of their child, and everybody's just kind of on the same page for the most part. The beginning of the school year is when you realize it took you some time to get everybody to that point, because there's a lot of reminding, a lot of redirecting, a lot of try agains, and so it could just be frustrating because you just want your classroom to run the way that it did at the end of the school year. But you have to remind yourself, last school year, at the end of the school year, your classroom was not functioning like that at the beginning of the school year. So just getting everybody on the same page in terms of your expectations, your routines, your procedures is always, for me, the most challenging thing about the start of a school year. And also just getting to the point where you feel like parents really have a good sense of who you are as a teacher and your personality and what you're expecting. The nice thing for me this year is that we did have back to school night last night, which was the Friday before the first day of school. So part of that has kind of been taken care of. Like, they've met me. I think I had 23 out of 29 families show up. So the majority of my parents have met me. They understand who I am. They kind of get my personality, and we're not going to be strangers on that first day of school. So hopefully that'll help out this year. Question number 9, did you work hard or play hard this summer? I obviously, based on what I said earlier, I worked hard this summer. I didn't really do anything fun this summer, which sounds bad. I didn't go on any vacations. I didn't go anywhere special because I was so focused on just getting ready for the upcoming school year. So I spent a lot of time setting up my classroom. I spent a lot of time making math videos because I kind of wanted to get those done since I will be going back to school. And then other than that, I just spent a lot of time hanging out with my family, went to dinner here or there, but that was really it. I didn't really do anything else exciting. I didn't have any exciting Instagram photos from a vacation that I was on. So I definitely worked hard, but I do think I tried to balance it. There were some days where I did absolutely nothing, and that was fine. And I don't feel too bad, because going into this summer, I knew it was going to be like that. I knew this summer was going to be one of those summers where I was going to have to work more than I normally would during my summer vacation. So it's okay. And then the very last question is just, I want us all to share, how experienced are we as a teacher? So now that you've heard all those responses, it's just nice to hear, okay, that's how you're feeling. Is that how you're feeling because you're a new teacher or an experienced teacher? So the last question is, are you a new teacher? Which to me would be anyone that is either on their very first year of teaching or going into their third year of teaching. And an experienced teacher is someone that has more than 3 years of teaching under their belt. So I am an experienced teacher. This is going to be my 13th year teaching. I think in the teaching tag, I said it was my 12th year, but I was corrected. It is my 12th year with the current district that I'm at, but it's my 13th year teaching overall. So if you're a new teacher out there, I hope that you realize a lot of your first day jitters are very similar to mine, and I've been doing this for more than 10 years. So that is it for the teaching tag. I really do hope that you guys participate, especially if you're a new teacher. I am very curious to hear what you guys are nervous about before the start of a new school year. And obviously, if you're just a teacher out there, I want to hear your responses as well. So I will link the questions in the description box down below, so please do participate if you can. And it would be great if you could also subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it and participate. And if you'd like to see where all my time was spent and all my work was spent this summer, make sure to check out my classroom tour that I will link with a little, I think the cards end up here. That's new for me, so I'm going to point in that area, but if it's not there, I'm new at this. So make sure to check that video out. Aside from that, I hope that you guys are having a great day and that you have a fantastic first day of school and that you have a great school year no matter what comes your way. Until the next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.